Hello and welcome to a gameplay for all seasons. On this Hogwarts Legacy video, as we move into 2022, I think it's worth having a look back at 2021 and have a think about the official announcements and sources of information we had and what that tells us about the game. One reason I want to do that is there is various rumours and conjecture out there. Now in this video, we are not dealing in rumours and conjecture. We are literally talking about official sources and things that have actually come out from Avalanche and other studios that are working with them. If you are not up to date in exactly what's been happening on this game, this video should hopefully bring you right up to date, and if you are, there might be one or two things in this that you might find interesting. As we go through these, you should see that now is quite hopefully an exciting time to be looking out for Hogwarts Legacy. Therefore, if you haven't already, I strongly recommend you hit that subscribe button in order that you stay up to date and hear as soon as we get something else official, and hopefully that next official thing is going to be quite exciting. So the first item I want to talk about is right at the beginning of the year. So at the first half of January, on the 13th of January, we got an announcement from Avalanche Studio, not what people wanted to hear at the time, but it was telling us about the delay. The game was not going to be released in 2021 and it was going to be pushed back to 2022. Now I talked about this recently in a video, so I don't want to talk too much about it. The one thing I really wanted to mention is the fact that it does give you a good view of Hogwarts from Hogsmeade, which I think gives a really nice linkage between the two and is the only one we've had. In my recent video, I shared the tweet, but actually you probably get a better view in the Instagram, so I wanted to share that here. Despite the fact people were disappointed at the time, people are now hoping that they are not moving it back from 2022 and it's going to stay there. Hopefully when we get the next piece of information, they do give us a proper date of when it's going to be releasing. So moving on to our second piece of information then that we got, and this one I thought was very, very interesting. We got some artwork from Jason Keeler. He tweeted these. Now there's 4 items. We got a fantastic beast, which very much looks like some sort of dragon, a baby version of course. We got some lists of the houses with names against it, which is presumably the staff members and which house they consider themselves in. We then got a picture of a gnome, and the picture which I personally found the most interesting is the fact that they have a picture of a Graphorn in a setting which seems to be a farm. That in itself would be interesting, but the even more interesting thing about that picture is if you look down the bottom left, you can see that the picture just below it is talking about Halloween, which to me may give a suggestion that we are going to have seasons in the game, which I know a lot of people will be excited about because obviously the seasons play a very integral part of Harry Potter and therefore the Wizarding world. So to have special things happen at different points in the year, I think feels magical and would be very good. And this to me points that we are going to get that. So we now had to wait a long time before we got anything else official from anywhere. And during that time, obviously the rumour mill run wild. We had lots of places where we were expecting to get information that we didn't. But eventually we did actually, via Warner Brothers, get an email that come out which said we were going to be getting an update to Hogwarts Legacy coming soon. Now that was in the September newsletter, and obviously it is now January and we've still not had anything. Again, the rumour mill has been going around as to why that hasn't happened, but you'd like to think that hopefully we're a few months later, we should be getting something soon. The very next piece of information I think was again a very, very good sign. We've got Studio Gobo telling us that they are helping out with Hogwarts Legacy. And then only a little bit later, you got Sumo announcing that they have 2 of their studios working on Hogwarts Legacy, which is great because it means that people are out there, they're being active. Now, as you get towards the end of the year, we get some more information. First off, we get a tweet from Chandler Wood telling us that he is now the new community manager for Hogwarts Legacy. And then just 2 weeks later, we get an official announcement from Avalanche Studio themselves telling us that we will be getting an update in 2022. Obviously 2022 is a long time. We don't really know where we're going to be getting it, but you'd like to think we're going to be getting it somewhat soon.